What's up, everybody? Welcome to this Friday's review. And this Friday is extra special because it's sponsored by microwavable steak fries. They don't taste like the restaurant, not one bit. Yeah, yeah, they're okay. Anyway, that's not the point. Here is today's review. And yes, as you can see, it's another GameCube review. It seems to be like my GameCube reviews are getting pretty notified. Some of you guys like them out there. So thank you for liking them. Thank you for supporting them. And I'll just keep on doing them. So here's another one. Today I have Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, Attack of the Twonkies. I actually did a review on Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, the game released after the movie. I did that review last summer. You can go to my videos, search up Jimmy Neutron, the game, Jimmy Neutron game review, and there I also put a playthrough on there, a mini playthrough of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius game review. And it's not really a long playthrough. It's not really a thorough playthrough. That's why I kind of stopped doing them in general, because it wasn't that good, and I need to get better at playthroughs. But if we're talking about this game, I could beat it in, let's say, it doesn't take me long. Here it is, Attack of the Twonkies, released in 2004 by THQ, Nick Games, Renderware, and THQ Australia. So this is actually interesting. THQ Studio Australia actually helped make this game. I don't know if they developed it, but I know they helped make it. This was one of my first GameCube games ever. This one, Mario Party 5, and Chicken Little were the first three GameCube games I got for Christmas back in 2005. 10 years ago. Wow. Anyway, it's a really great game. It is actually better than Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, but not as good as Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion, which was another Jimmy Neutron game released for the GameCube and other consoles. Not as good as that one, but this one is still pretty awesome. Okay, so the story is Jimmy and his friends Carl Sheen are at school and they're in the science lab and they're doing some sciencey stuff until they see this little cute little bouncy Twinkie, they call it. And so, well, Carl is all interested. Oh, look at the little Twinkie. And he starts touching it, and then it grows into this big thing. As you can see from the, that's one of the scenes from like the first, the real first level of this game that really gets into the story. And then there's some other little scenes, but I pretty much told you the plot right there. So yeah, all of these Twonkies got loose from the school, and Jimmy Neutron has to suck them all up and deflate them and suck them all up, and it's pretty much a harmless game. You're sucking them up, not killing them, in a way, because Jimmy needs to take them back to his lab to do some tests, blah blah blah. Well, I got the story out of the way. So let's talk about the gameplay. It's pretty much you're playing as Jimmy Neutron and you're collecting inventions. You're going through different parts of what's his city called? Innsville, I think. No, that's the wrong one. Retroville. There we go. Came back to me. Retroville. Innsville was another show. I can't even remember now. Anyway, Retroville, you're traveling through different parts, like, for example, the neighborhood of Retroville, the downtown area of Retroville. Jimmy Neutron's hangout, the candy place. Sorry, guys, I haven't seen Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius in so long. It's been my favorite show, but I never get to see it that much. They should put it on Netflix or something. It was a great show while it was on the air. But anyway, so if I seem a little rusty at the locations, forgive me. I never seen the show in years now, but it was awesome. Anyway, you travel through many different areas. You meet up with your buddies, Cindy, Sheen, Carl, Libby, all those guys, and you collect different power-ups located throughout the level. I would not call this game a full-out action game because it's not. Some levels you're looking for different invention pieces to build inventions that you use that you would use or utilize in the game. For example, this I think it's called the VP Ray, V2 Ray, uh, and that's used to suck up the Twonkies. And then there's another invention where you go to Sheen's house, and Sheen has these old records of him singing, and you create this other little invention that shrinks down these stompers. Each Twonky has a unique name. You got the stompers, you got the Twonkies. Yeah, I think there's like 3 names for them. But anyway, you got to kill them all. So that's the main point. um, each level has a certain amount of objectives. And when you complete those objectives, it's funny because you can complete the objectives in any order you choose. You just have to get them all done, really. So if you want to do the last objective, you still got like 4 or 5 more objectives to complete before you move on in the game. And the objectives, they're not that hard. Most of the objectives include getting rid of Twonkies in Sheen's bedroom, getting rid of the Twonkies at Jimmy's house. So, of course, half of the levels you're going to be getting rid of these Twonkies popping up everywhere, and they pop up in other people's houses. One objective, you have to Cindy's having a birthday party, and you have to go in there and beat up this big bad monster uh, that comes up, and that's kind of like a boss. There's not too many boss levels in this game. That with the big fat Twonky who destroys everything, and all of a sudden it's raining, and you only have one freaking invention that you can use for that level. You cannot use any other invention, and it was one of those lightning things that Jimmy throws on the ground, and the monster takes so freaking long to move over by the thing to get his power sucked into it, and some inventions are very helpful. Some inventions, like I just mentioned, aren't so much. And you're going to use them all during your quest. Now, there's going to be some icons that will flash on your screen to let you know, I guess, give you hints on which invention to use for each situation, because there's some challenges throughout the level that you might not know which invention to use, and those little icons that appear on your screen will help you uh, solve that challenge. That's pretty much the whole game, really. And you go through all these different areas in Retroville, like the neighborhood, all of that. I'm going to be repetitive. I'm going to be repeating myself. So you heard that the first time. And you pretty much collect power-ups. You can make even dumb inventions that you won't use in any of the game. Like these glasses that change colors and probably will give you a seizure and stuff. And this soda drinking machine thingy, those are like silly inventions that you probably won't use throughout the game. One level that I really don't understand, it's kind of a tutorial level, but I mean, it has nothing to do with the story. Um, it's pretty much a tutorial level. You're going in the lab, you're exploring the lab, you're building your first inventions, which are the marker sneakers. There's different types of sneakers. There's the marker sneakers, there's the purple flirp sneakers that make you run really, really fast. There's the slippery sneakers. There's the gravity sneakers that you'll use on the space level when Jimmy is traveling in space and he has to uh, do something up there. I forget. I think you have to remove something or bring something to space or something. I don't remember. There's a level where you get to ride in Jimmy's rocket, you and Goddard, and you have to dodge different boulders and things like that. There's tons to do on this game. So much that I have to stop this video now because it'll be too much to explain. But let me just explain the special features and we'll be done. There's not many special features. There's the intro, there's some hints that you can unlock, but pretty much that's it. Um, as far as gameplay, the graphics look pretty good for of course Gamecube era of games. They look pretty good. The gameplay is pretty nice. There's not really game overs like there was in Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. There's kind of like if you lose all your lives, Jimmy does this little dance. He falls down. You restart. Not the whole level, but at least the section or area that you were on. The boss battles, however, you do restart the whole level. Realize that. On boss battles, if you die, the whole level restarts, which sucks. But that's the only time you'll really have to restart something if you ever die. And let's hope we never do. So anyway, this is Jimmy Neutron, Attack of the Twonkies, released in 2004 by THQ, Nick Games, and THQ Studio Australia. A pretty good game for its time. Still a good game. 10 years later. 2005 was 9 years later. But this was 10 years later. Jimmy Neutron, Attack of the Twonkies. Thanks for watching.